What's going on in Vernley Sports? Back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the New York Giants signing Jameis Winston to a 2-year deal worth $8 million with the possibility of it going up to $16 million with incentives. And personally, I love this signing by Joe Schoen, and I think he has done a tremendous job this year in free agency so far. I think he's really been patient at the quarterback spot, and he's addressed this team, in my opinion's biggest needs, which probably was the secondary. He signed one of the biggest corners and one of the biggest safeties on this year's market. Of course, the O-line and getting a right guard is something that a lot of people want him to do, but I think at this point there are bigger needs, which is the quarterback spot. And I think that this kind of, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure this really helps us into knowing what's going to happen at the quarterback spot. I just think this is kind of a move that the Giants made to be safe, to end up with something. They could not walk out of here without one of Rodgers, Winston, or Russell Wilson. You couldn't go into the draft with Joe Flacco and Tommy DeVito as your quarterback room. So I think that this is a really, really good signing and a really cheap signing. I think I can't believe the deal we were able to get Jameis Winston on. He's 31 years of age, of course, and he played last season with the Cleveland Browns, where he was pretty decent for what he is. I mean, I thought he put up some good numbers. He's not afraid to throw the ball down the field. So at the very least, now I'm not sure whether he's going to start week 1 or not, or what the situation is. It's still way too early to tell that, but. At least that if he needs to step in, he's going to be a guy who's not afraid to sling the football and throw it down the field to our, playmakers, Malik Neighbors and, Wandale and Darius Slayton. So, I just think this is a really smart move by Joe Schoen. Like I said, he spent last season with the Cleveland Browns. That was his only year there. He was with New Orleans for the 4 seasons prior to that. And last year, in 12 games, he started 7 of them. He had over 2,100 yards with 13 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. So his touchdown to interception ratio, not great. It's about even, but he is not afraid to throw the ball. And he was with a pretty bad Browns team that was banged up last year.
People thought they were tanking, but he played pretty decent. And I think it's a really smart move by the Giants. I think he's a guy who's a really good backup option or bridge option. When he needs to step in the game, I think he's at least compatible.
Now, it remains a big question what the Giants will do with the rest of their quarterback situation. Now, does this rule them out of the Rodgers or Wilson race? And Tom Pelissero came out right after the signing saying, no, it will not. The Giants will still pursue both of those guys. So I think it's very interesting. I think this move kind of proves, now, Jameis Winston got paid backup quarterback money. So this kind of proves that, the Giants did this as insurance because they didn't want to end up with nothing. So this could work out in 2 ways. I still think Rodgers is going to be a Steeler, and this could work out one of 2 ways. Rodgers goes to the Steelers, and Russ goes to Cleveland, which is a double win for the Giants because not only are we able to get Jameis Winston, but we're able to lure Shedeur Sanders away from Cleveland in the draft. Like, if they sign Russell Wilson, they're not going to be drafting a quarterback at 2, which means Shedeur Sanders would fall to 3 for the Giants, which would make Shedeur and Jameis Winston our quarterback room. So it's very, very interesting here, to see ultimately what the Giants are going to do here. I think I think there's a lot of options still. I still think that it's there's still a decent chance we sign Russ. And now, if we sign Russ, does that mean we don't draft a quarterback? It makes him more unlikely, but I wouldn't rule it out by any means. So it's really, really interesting right now what's going on here for the Giants. But I think this is just a smart move from Joe Schoen. I love the move of bringing in Jameis Winston. And at this point, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen between now and the draft. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. And if you ask me what I would prefer at this point, it would probably be go the route of Shedeur Sanders, a rookie quarterback route. But I'm not at all opposed to the idea of the Giants signing Russell Wilson and then in the second or third round saying, let's go and get Jalen Milroe, or Quinn Ewers. I think there's some options in the mid rounds of this year's draft at quarterback. So it's really interesting what the Giants are going to do. I have no idea what to expect anymore. If I had to make a prediction, I would guess that it's going to be Jameis Winston and it's going to be a rookie quarterback. But a lot of people seem to think that they're going to bring in Russ as well and then take BPA in the draft or even still take a Shedeur Sanders if he falls to the pick. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm really excited to find out, though. And whatever they do, I'm going to probably support. I love this Jameis Winston move, though, and we'll ultimately see what ends up happening. But you guys let me know down in the comment section your thoughts on Jameis Winston's deal. I think it's really good. 2 years, $8 million. I think it's a steal. Great job by Joe Schoen and the Giants. And let me know what you think is going to happen. Let me know the good stuff down in the comment section. As always, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. If you guys are new, we'll see you guys on the next video. And as always, let's go Giants.